maybe.
You good? You good? Your mic a little low.
Am I good now?
Yep. How your week going, bro? What's happening with you?
Oh man, T-ball's life right now for me.
Running them kids, son.
That's
hear you,
it, man. Just
all
T-ball.
right, man.
I heard somebody talk about holding women accountable. Is their fault for like they gotta change their mindset or something like that? Is that the recent conversation? That's where we on right now, or
No, that was part of the conversation.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Where we at?
Struggle love. Something you don't know nothing about.
Yeah, I do. How are we defining struggle love?
What's your definition, bro?
So I got two, right? There's hard times when we're financially hit, and we don't necessarily get along. There's arguing, there's fighting, we hate each other, but I don't want to be with nobody else, but we hate each other. So I mean, for me, there's two forms of struggle love. Like the financial struggle, that was fun times. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying? But the other struggle, the arguing, fighting love, hell no.
Okay, gotcha. Question: what do you believe struggle love means for the modern black woman?
I would say, oh man, I would probably go with the financial side, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know what. Here we go. I know what people deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. That's not my anecdotal experience, though.
It's not your experience.
No. Like, because I mean, I've had nothing. You know, I mean, women slept on the floor with me before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I bring them to empty apartments, or they let me crash. When I was hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I never really faced, and I've seen other guys, be provided for by women. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a normal thing in my family for sure. So
is it really struggle love if she really likes you?
Nah.
Did you hear what I said?
No, not at all.
So why would a woman get with a man that she believes she's struggling with?
I think he fooled her. You know how, like, some guys are really substance, don't got no substance. You know what I'm saying? So like, she gets with you thinking that you're something, and you put on the front, and then like, oh, you're really not that guy. You're really a abuser. You're really a con man. You really don't got it going. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've seen that. Like, you know what I mean? And them just being unhappy with them trying to take the fast life. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they got with the D boys. I think it's they got with somebody they ain't had no business getting with. You know what I mean? Because of the flash, and then realize like, oh, this dude's really a sucker. Which we are, like, we know guys like that are suckers. But they often fall, victim to the gift of the gab.
Right. But the saying is, got my name from a woman, got my game from a woman, right? So why wouldn't a woman know?
Women only know what men tell them. Women only know what men teach them. They stuck there. So I think you gotta understand that situation too, right? Like, his pops was in jail. He ain't have a realistic father figure situation.
What's up, fellas? How everybody doing?
Hey, how's it going?
What's good?
I mean, I kind of hear what Proto is saying, and that's why I was saying, Rick, that love might not be the struggle, but struggling to love somebody like me, like I said, through the abuse, through all of those things. If I gotta, swim upstream, so to speak, in order to get communication out of you, in order to get, reciprocation out of you, then that may be a struggle. But I don't think love itself is a struggle. Like Proto said, I think we all can come up together. I think we can inspire each other, and we're not always going to be broke. That may be foresight, that may be confidence, or some other things. But again, that fighting upstream, I think is where the struggle may lie. But
That's
I
what
don't
that-
know
yeah.
if that's what they're referring to, like everybody is alluding to. I think they mean financially.
Yeah, y'all right, but y'all thinking about it from man logic, and mostly when that term is used, it's not used by men, and mostly when struggle love is used, it's talking about finances. It's when a woman with a dude and he ain't got it, and he broke, and she ain't getting the stuff she wants, she ain't doing the stuff she want, they ain't living where she want to live, bills ain't getting paid like you want, just the financial struggle. And that's usually the vast majority of the time what's referenced when it's struggle love. It ain't about how the relationship going. It ain't about how they get along. Yes, that can be a struggle, but the term struggle love primarily is about why I'm with a guy, yet I'm broke. Like, what's the point of being with this dude if I still got to struggle? Because a lot of women have the mindset that if I'm with somebody, there's no, why I ain't getting no help, or why am I living like this if I'm with a man? Because we supposed to come just save them from all the perils or something. So yeah, that's what struggle love to the majority of people in these days. He got to her to whatever house she want to live on without, and things of that nature. So they struggling, and a lot of women don't want that. Like, I'd rather be by myself than do struggle love. Is commonly it's said.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What is pimping?
Having sex on the stomach and all that.
How come pimps can pimp women for years on it? Why is this?
She believes in them.
I would say it's the perfect storm of confidence and naivety.
I mean, I would say all women are like that. I feel like all women can be pimped. You just gotta pimp them in the right way. I mean, that's why pimping is bad. I say all the time, because they need to be pimped. They want to be pimped. Like you just got to use it for the good instead of the evil. You know what I'm saying? So women are open to that. They're open for paying as long as you're feeding their man, as long as they can believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever notice, like, high earning women always end up with like pastors or somebody like that. Pastors, don't really got that much money on a regular, you know what I mean? But they end up with guys like that because them guys can feed their mental, spiritual, you know what I'm saying? There's other things about being a man that you have to be, you know what I'm saying, that a woman needs. Like, so if a woman has money, she needs that spiritual guidance.
Why you think every woman can be pimped?
Because it's a woman.
No, like I get that, man. But my thing is, you don't think no women out here solid?
I don't think any woman's what?
You don't think any women out here solid?
Solid? What you mean by solid?
Like a nigga that's solid. A woman that's not gonna be fooled by a smooth talking nigga.
No.
Okay.
Excuse me. So moving back to the financials, can we all agree that, again, when it's being presented from the female, in most cases, because nobody's 100%, right? But in most cases, right, when it's being presented from a woman, that is about the financials, can we agree with that on the panel right now or not?
I think we can agree on it.
Okay. Yep. So with that being said, Prototype, starting with you, how long have you been in struggle
of? Shoot, my whole 20s. If we talking financial, like, I didn't start making money until I was like 29 is when I got my first real job. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everything before that, women were sleeping on the floor with me, eating kibasi with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or, I could stay with them type, you know what I'm saying? So my 20s was all about that.
Okay. Matt, how long were you in struggle of?
Keep it 100, man. I ain't never really had no girlfriend / woman until I got married. I might have had, I think I had 2 girlfriends. Everybody else was just, I ain't gonna lie, just like anybody else that you hear out here just running the street. Ain't taking nobody serious. So then when I hit 25, I kind of made it myself known that I was gonna change it up and be an upstanding nigga. And I found me a wife like what, a year and a half later. So me and her, I wouldn't label the struggle of it was building because you know what I'm saying, I had my own spot. It was just me and her. Once we had our first kid, we bought a house. So I can't really say it was struggle. Of course, I didn't have everything I wanted. Neither did she, but struggle, nah. I could say God blessed us to where we ain't have to struggle. I ain't always make a whole lot of money, but nigga wasn't struggling.
Yeah, God bless you. Yeah, you bless you. That's right. Mr. He said, how long were you in struggle love?
Struggle love. Financially, maybe to my mid 30s, but in love, never. We always had a roof over our head. We always had food to eat. But like Matt said, we might not have had the things we wanted or the echelon of living that we might have thought we wanted to have. But it was never a struggle to love the young lady that I have been blessed to have and to love my family. So financially to the mid 30s, but never struggling to love.
Gotcha. So Solid.
What's good?
What's happening with you,
everybody
man?
on the panel?
How you doing, bro?
You already know, man. I'm working, getting this money, man. Tapping in.
Getting that cheddar.
Yes, sir.
Struggle love, man. How long you been in it? So Solid.
Yes. Struggle love, man. I think me and my woman have been together for 9 years, and like the first 5, I would say was struggle. We ain't in it no more. We like to say, we got a saying that we do. When I say struggle, I mean like financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, all that. We was just toe up. But we ain't in it no more. And me and her, we got a saying I like to say. It's like when we first got together, we was struggling, like we was underwater. You know what I'm saying? Like we come up every second to get a breath and then gotta come right back down. That's how deep it was, you know what I'm saying? But then throughout the years, we would be like, okay, our neck is out the water. You know what I'm saying? We can stay out the water. And now right now, we like ankle deep in that bitch. You feel me? So
yeah. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Me and my wife struggled probably for the first year and a half. Right. I'm that guy. I'll work 2 jobs. You know what I mean? And that's because I was transitioning from a different city, right? I was down south, then I came up here, so I didn't have no job. Y'all know how it is when you move to a new town, don't nobody know you. It's a little bit rough, right? But I can honestly say that we always made it happen, right? And I say we right? We always made it happen. And the reason why I give my all to my wife, because I know she'll do the same for me. That's the only reason. Right? So as men, I got a real question for y'all. Right? Would you sit there as a husband and a father and watch your woman struggle financially?
absolutely.
No, I would not.
I tend to ask the question, right? would you even watch your homeboy that you down with struggle? Like, who, if that's your people,
No, I would not.
or you watching anybody around you struggle and you like just sitting there, let alone your very wife. Like, I'm not gonna let my man struggle. I'm not gonna let my mama struggle, my grandmama struggle. I'm not letting nobody around me struggle and me just what, twiddle my thumbs.
I don't
Hey,
agree.
keep it.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I was about to say, keep it real, prototype. I do feel where you coming from because I used to have that mentality, but I mean, I don't want to watch nobody struggle that's close to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, but my belief is men are supposed to struggle in some capacity. So like that builds character, and if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. Yeah, but if I see any inkling that you ain't willing to go as far as I am to achieve your goal, I'm out.
I'm
You know what
I'm
I'm saying? I
I'm
ain't giving you.
I'm not speaking from a provider standpoint. I'm speaking from somebody that's in the room, not putting in no work. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even if you're at your job and you see, if you have you ever been in your room and everybody's working and you're sitting there, or you taking a test in school, everybody's writing on the board. You feel funny sitting there, like, well, what is everybody writing? You
I
understand
don't.
what I'm saying?
I don't.
You don't feel that never made you feel like off.
Nope.
Like, if everybody in your class is working and you're just sitting there like not writing your notes.
Nope.
You're like, everybody else is writing their notes. I'm not writing my notes.
Nope.
Hmm.
Now we can venture off into this if y'all want, right? I'm open. We can take the conversation, whatever. In my experience, let me preface with this, right? And I'm gonna use the money example because that's what we're talking about, right? You know why you should never loan somebody money when they come to you? It's rhetorical. I'll answer it, right? Because the same thing that got them in that position is the same type that their behaviors is the same thing that they'll be telling you why they couldn't pay you back the money they owed you. Right? The reason why a person needs $15 is because they weren't responsible. You think they're gonna be responsible with your money because you gave it to them? You got to know who to help, prototype.
I took the question as, I'm sitting on the couch and my woman's going to work. Can I watch my woman go to work and I'm not working?
No, that's not.
That's how I took the question. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody around me everybody's working and I'm not working, expecting everybody to come feed me. That's how I was speaking from the question.
That makes sense. I got you, bro. I got you. Thanks for the clarification. Ebo Sosa. What's good with you, boy?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How's Cali treating you, man?
Man, I'm out here tiptoeing. It's been a frustrating day. I can't front, man. A lot of, I don't know, just a lot of stupid drivers out here today, particularly.
I hear you, man. Be safe first and foremost, bro. Be safe.
Oh, we tiptoeing, man. You know, salute everybody on the panel.
Struggle love, man. Y'all struggling? You struggling in love, bro?
No, I can't say that I am. Not in this particular marriage, but my first one, yeah. I was very familiar with it for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the love or are you talking about the financials?
Well, I'm just gonna stick to my current marriage, but no, we don't have any struggle, love in the financial or the affection department or anything. The first one, it was a little bit of both. In the beginning, it was the finances being a struggle, and then as the marriage dissolved, it became along the lines of affection. That's when things were a struggle.
Okay. So we talking about financials, right? I understand the fellas want to, express their love for their ladies today. You know what I'm saying? But as far as financials, you and your lady, are you guys struggling in financials? I mean, it's expensive out there in Cali, right? So solid.
I was just, man, you took the words right out of my mouth. Like I was about to say, man. Well, I'm out here in Cali, bro, in the Bay Area. You feel me? And my woman don't work, and we got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the only one bringing money in. So you could say I'm struggling a little bit, I think, but it don't feel like it no more. I done stepped my game up in the last couple of years to the point where I done got better with money and, just handling things to the point where whatever we need, we're going to get it. But like I said, man, the first 5 years, we're struggling. It's hard out here, bro. Like, for real, for real. Just struggling.
So Ebo, let me pose this question to you, right? And I see Eugene, I got you, bro. Excuse me. Do you believe, right, that maybe, and this is just me windmilling, right? Do you believe that our women, black women, the women we love, the women we want, right? Do you believe they use the struggle love simply as an excuse to disqualify certain men?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I only think so because I don't really think people. Well, today it seems like struggle love means something different than what I understand it to be.
What's the modern meaning? What do you believe the modern meaning of struggle love is?
I think the modern meaning of struggle love consists of a lack of desire to go through trenches with someone, and I think that's the main focus. When in all actuality, that's only half of what struggle love is. I mean, that's just struggle. All right, nobody's focusing on the love because ain't nobody damn vetting nobody. But I mean, struggle love to me is like where when you have like a melody of adversity that intertwines with the harmony. You know what I'm saying? And it creates kind of like a bittersweet existence. But to remain in it means to come out at the end on top. And I don't think anyone is really understanding that aspect of struggle love. There's nothing wrong with struggle love. Hell, struggle love is what you pretty much got to go through in some kind of way because, I mean, as far as men, I heard we're like stocks. You buy us when all we gonna do is rise. You buy us when we're down and on the low. That way we ain't gonna sell when we high. You know.
Big facts.
So I mean, if you go through a struggle with I'm talking about men, real men that got desire to want to have a family. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure that you guys land on something soft. You're not gonna stay in struggle love forever. So I hope that kind of answers it in a way.
Okay, gotcha. So, to the panel, right? And then I'm gonna ask this question Dr. Eugene asked, right? So it's conversation of how education is so important and how Black women are leading in enrollment and degrees and stuff like that. Isn't that a struggle, right? Going to classes while maintaining finances, right? While trying to stay on top of your classes and keep your grades up to achieve this thing that you value, right? So do you guys think is it that they don't value what could come out of a relationship? They don't see the value, I should say.
Nah, I don't think it's that. I think they know exactly what's up. It's just like you said, when they struggling at school, they got autonomy over their decisions. They got independence. You feel me? Whatever comes in their way, whatever obstacles they gotta climb over, they gonna handle it. They ain't gotta answer to nobody. When you in a relationship with a man, a real man, you gonna have to curb some of your wants, needs, and you ain't in total control. And that's what they be tripping off of. They don't want to struggle with nobody else. They just want to struggle by themselves because then they got autonomy over everything.
But doesn't autonomy come with blame?
Yeah, but they can talk to themselves and blame themselves all day. But if I'm sitting here telling her, hey, look, you did this wrong, you did that, they can't handle no criticism.
What you think, Proto?
I think they can they can handle criticism quite well, actually. I don't know if you ever coach girls, but I've coached like teenage girls in softball and stuff like that, and they're not too sensitive. They handle criticism when I tell them to change or whatever. I mean, if they believe in you, they'll take whatever you got to say and go with it, man. Like, so I mean, as far as educated women, I think even for them, like, I don't know. I just believe that you can kind of control women if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do tell.
I mean, if they just believe in you, or if you got enough, if you can convince them that you're the answer, you know what I'm saying? You could lead them. You know what's best for their money. Like, they're lacking something that they just can't connect with, and they need guidance. Like, they just need it. Like, and it doesn't matter what woman or what age she is, but they all need guidance. You know what I'm saying? And if you can convince them that you can guide them and lead them, and they'll give you their soul. So I just don't understand.
What you think, Matt?
I kind of agree with him a little bit, but in my opinion, in my life, throughout what I've seen with everybody I ever really encountered, women to me only rock with, they only would go with the flow of kind of like the whole leadership thing and listening to somebody as if they like it. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily really got to respect you. They just got to like you. They got a like for you. They'll listen to you and try to go with it to some degree, kind of to please you. But I don't see random dude really trying to guide no woman. I ain't never try to guide no woman unless I was messing with her. Like, really messing with her. Most dudes I run into, they hitting and bouncing, or when they do run across somebody really mess with, it kind of just, how you doing? You good? Okay. Then over time, if y'all live together, y'all working together. If you ain't living together, it's kind of like you got your situation, I got mine. So all this unity ain't really happening until you say I do.
Wait. What? So it's all fair game until we marry. That's what you're saying?
That's what it is out here. What I was out here.
What you think about
Unless
that?
Okay.
My bad, Matt. No, go ahead. Finish your thought, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, not trying to be scant towards like people out here. But unless she was my wife, I could care less how she was moving and what she was like. You know what I'm saying? I was moving like when I met my wife. I told I think on Sean's panel, I like, man, we ain't had sex the first year. We was really trying to get to know each other. So I can honestly say, me and my wife, we cool. Like, I can genuinely say I don't need sex from her on a regular to be still cool with her. It's not like I'm looking at her like, hey, if you ain't giving it up, fuck you. I ain't hitting her with no mess like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I genuinely cool with her. I ain't never had that with no woman. Right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, most women when you out here, man, that's the only thing keeping you interested. But most people ain't marrying because they genuinely, hey, I really want this to work. Most people ain't moving like that.
Mr. E said, what do you think of this?
I wouldn't disagree with the last part he said about the way people are moving. I don't think the young ladies think the juice is worth the squeeze to struggle with someone. Now, I agree with most of the people here when I say I wouldn't want to struggle to love someone, but to be with someone from day one, so to speak, or shooting in the gym, like the young kids say, I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem with, leveling up together, inspiring each other, maturing with each other. I believe that's what real growth is. And when you can do it, alongside another person, I think it shows maturity. But in my opinion, the young ladies, I don't think they think the juice is worth the squeeze. They don't think that any amount of discourse, any amount of having to go against their ideologies, what makes them feel good, is worth, having to put up with a man and try to make it to 20 to 30 years or whatever the case may be, or whatever marriage looks like in their view. So, you know, I just think that they're thinking opportunistically, and it's not a lot in opportunity in marriage in 2024, in my opinion.
Ebo,
Yo,
your take on this?
well, it's something that the brother, not the last one, the one before last, said that it brought something to my mind, and I hope this kind of goes along with what we're talking about, because I don't remember the question. But I got a buddy who lives out in Santa Clarita, real ritzy area, right? And he's divorced, was married to a woman, had 2 children, chick from Thailand. He met her over in Thailand, right? And anyway, to make a long story short, he had a real messed up divorce, real rocky divorce. And so he's real against marriage. He's just talking trash about all women, using all kind of absolutes and blanket statements about women, right? So I talked to him 2 days ago, and he asked me this question. He said, "Hey man, you love your wife, right?" I said, "Yeah, of course, man." He said, "Well, what if you could not use her mouth, her coochie, or her butthole? Would you still stay with your wife if you couldn't have sex with her?" And I said, "Yeah, I mean, we'd have to work something out, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, maybe she can pick a you know, like a sister wife type of deal. I don't know. We'd have to explore and study." But and he couldn't understand. He told me that I was the only one that answered that way. That everybody that he knows who's married answers with a long pause, and they can't give a definite yes. I said, that's crazy, man. You know, and I mean, what that would be some struggle love right there. But I honestly would work it out. I think like I said, I don't think a lot of people are taking the time to get to know one another well enough to want to endure, you know? I mean, you asked a question at the beginning of your show. I heard you ask what struggle is. I think struggle is when the resistance overwhelms the effort. And if you, I mean, in my opinion, if you just take the time to develop something beyond whatever it is that, you know, that these people are not gelling with, you got to develop that. And I think that's goes along with what the brother over here said. That's the friendship aspect of it. You got to think your woman is cool. You got to like your wife, man, and love her, of course, but you got to like her, you know? That way struggle love won't even be a factor. You won't even really feel the struggle, you know, because you'll be having so much fun while trying to get out of whatever it is you consider the struggle. Then the outcome would be even more sweet. And it goes back to what I said. I don't think people are vetting enough, man. I think that people are not getting to know one another. The sisters aren't connecting with the brothers to want to, I guess, quote unquote, go through struggle love. That's the only way I can figure this out, man, as far as that term.
You on mute, man.
I definitely want to agree with that.
My bad. Let me read these super tracks real quick, y'all. My bad, y'all. Pushed the wrong button. Lady Navor said, "Thank you, bro. You know why. Hey, don't worry about that. Keep going. I got you. Appreciate you, sis." Romello, what's good with you, my guy? He said, "You have to test your relationship emotionally, financially, and have foresight. This is a team sport." I agree. You should test anybody that you got in your circle. Dr. Steele had a question. He said, "Do you think it's better to struggle by yourself or to struggle with a significant other?"
By yourself, of course. Sorry.
No, go ahead, bro. Mr. He said, what you think?
By yourself.
Matt?
You in the context of what your show is about?
No, just your thoughts.
I'd rather struggle together, man.
Proto.
I'd definitely rather struggle with somebody than by myself.
So solid.
Man, when you first asked, I was gonna say with somebody else, but now when I thought about it while the brothers was answering, I'd rather do it by myself.
Ebon.
I'd rather do it alone. That way I can get to a comfortable platform before I, get involved with somebody, So no sense of bringing them into into discomfort if I'm going through it, But I mean, sometimes it works. Sometimes, sometimes it does work when you're going through some struggle. But I personally wouldn't do it,
Okay, gotcha.
My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you all right? You all right? Hold your thought. Gorilla.
Peace to the guys. Peace to the guys.
What's good with you, man?
Peace,
Man,
Phil. What's
maintain.
good?
I just saw a bunch of adults in the room. I just wanted to pull up to the adult table and politic for a minute. That's all.
Well, good for you, sir. Good for you. Do you think it's better to struggle by yourself or to struggle with a significant other?
I think it's better for you to struggle by yourself than with a significant other. And that's ideal, right? Like that's ideal. The discipline that it takes for you to struggle by yourself, it's weighty on a man to go through those scenarios and situations solo dolo. But I also think it's necessary because we talk about the things that build men, that build character, that build resilience. And I think, when you go through those struggling times, you come out on the other side. I think there's some valuable lessons that you get from that no one else can take from you. You know what I'm saying? Now, going through it with someone else, I think this is just my opinion, but I think one can make the argument that's extremely selfish. And the only reason why you want to go through it with someone else, or one would go through it, one of the reasons why, not the only reason, one of the reasons why, would be because they want to lessen the burden on themselves. They want someone else to shoulder that burden with them. I'm going
That's
on
why I
mute.
changed my answer, Chicago.
I'm going against the grain. I'm agreeing with you. You're gonna struggle with me.
Damn.
Right? You're gonna struggle. And I don't call it like I said before. Look, man, I don't call going through life's paces struggling. It's not a struggle, right? But let's say it, right? Let's say it. So this is me, and what I hear when y'all say that you should struggle by yourself, right? Then y'all willing to pay her when she wasn't shooting in the gym. That's what I hear.
Nah, that's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is, go ahead.
Right? What y'all saying is, right? Again, the reason why you deem your woman worthy is because she was there with you when your stock was low. Ain't that what you said, Ebo?
I did.
Right? That's the reason why now you willing to pay her them dividends. Right? I ain't talking about, listen to what I'm saying, guys. This is what I keep talking about. We have to define what a struggle really is. Now, if y'all want to change it and say, when I'm not at my best, understandable.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? But for us to say as men, right, I should do all the work beforehand, right? And then you can come in with the laws. Hope, like everybody say, you don't plan for it. None of us is planning for a divorce, right? All of us want to be with our woman forever. That's why we married her, right? But with the laws and the systems intact, right? For you to work yourself up to a certain level on top and then give her everything at the finish line, do you believe that she earned it? Do you, as a man? The reason
I absolutely get what you're saying.
Right? The reason why you revere your wife right now is because, like y'all said, when y'all first got together, y'all was down for the team. Right? Y'all both was working. Like I said, I remember back in the days, my wife used to braid hair and I used to cut hair. We used to get money. Y'all come on here and get these $15 haircuts. Now, some people might call that struggle of. I don't call that a struggle. We had the means to get money. We needed money. and we got it. Is that a struggle? Because we had to do something extra outside of a job to get money? What do y'all
I
think?
mean, she riding with you, bro.
Bro, that's I grew up seeing I grew up seeing you would see like Muslims. They used to be out there like selling the oils, selling the incense. You know what I mean? I had an opportunity to kind of like see the back end of that and like to see like how they had their whole family packing stuff up, and you know what I'm saying, before he went out there and hit the street selling it. The wife, the kids, the family was at home packing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Pittsburgh, so all the pizza shops were family owned. The wife, the daughter, the sisters working there. You know what I'm saying? It's getting it together is what's ideal for me. I've always seen that as the way to do it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, absolutely. I think we all do, but you know, for me, when I heard the question, I wouldn't want to bring somebody in to the situation of me struggling, my mindset while struggling, because you know, again, when we did it together, it wasn't a choice. We had to get it together. We had to get it from the mud. We had to, you know, intentionally move to break these cycles, to break these curses that we intentionally want to break. But if I had a choice to bring the misses into, again, me, you know, having to swim upstream, the mindset I'm gonna be coming home with every day, going through this quote unquote struggle, I wouldn't want to adopt her and bring her into that. If I can, you know, get her on the back end, I think I would. And I don't think that's going to change the person she is. So if I still get the same Mrs. Harris, I don't mind, you know. Yeah, she came in on the back end. She wasn't there from the first day. But at the same time, you know, this is what we're told as men, to build ourselves up, to, you know, understand our goals, understand our integrity, understand who we are as men when we enter into a union. So, you know, from a choice, I would definitely choose to not adopt her into a struggle situation.
Matt?
I look at it a little different. I mean, I feel what you're saying, and the right thing to do, meaning like just for her sake in general, yeah, I wouldn't want her to struggle at all. But as far as for the sake of us, I'd rather, you know, us struggle together, because if she's struggling, I want her to invite me into her struggle. Because I always tell, well, I don't always tell her, but I tell my wife a few times, there's only a few things I probably won't do for you other than go to hell. I ain't going to hell for you. But everything else might be on the table. You know what I'm saying? Obviously not to you know, extra extreme trying to be funny. But you know, it's a whole lot I won't do. It's a whole lot that I would do for her, more so than I wouldn't do. So it is what it is. That's why I said when I got married, I was looking at it like, is it? You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it. I ain't looking at it like it's like it's. Don't get me wrong, my love is conditional like any other human. But like anything else, it's a lot she got to do to make me call it a quit.
Yeah, I got you. Hold up for me just a second, fellas.
Nice.
Big Ant in the building. What up, Ricky? Struggle by myself at first, build my foundation solid before I bring you in. Appreciate the 10 ball, man. SBU, shout out to SBA. I see you over there in South Africa, man. I need a room when I come through. Just, you know, talk to your husband, right? Me and my wife, when we come visit, right? Right.
Yo, that's so beautiful, man. I saw CT reviewing that, man. That's so beautiful.
That's dope.
Shout out to SB.
That's super dope. So let's explore that, right? So what we're saying is that we got two factions, right? We got two factions. Not today, Trucker Dan. Not today, bro. We loaded up. Sorry, bro. We got two factions, right? So are you saying to the fellas, right, that wouldn't have her go through struggle, right? Are you saying that on the knowledge that you have today? Because then wouldn't that be, is it fair at that point because we've been together forever, right? We've been together since we was knee high to a grasshopper. right? So is it fair to say that young men, because okay, so let's keep it 1,000, right? It seems like for a marriage to be successful in time, right? Y'all have to get together at a certain time frame, right? So is it fair to expect a young man at that age to have everything together to the point where he could just bring a woman in?
Absolutely not.
Realistic.
No.
Absolutely not.
Nah, you ain't gonna have everything. You might have
Right.
bread, but you may not have another.
Right. So is that a fair expectation of a marriage in young men and women?
Is what a fair expectation that they should struggle?
No, that a man that seeing how the success rate of a relationship. Okay, so let's make it simple. I've been with my girl. We've been married for 24 years this year. We've been together for 27.
Sheesh.
Mr. He said, how long y'all been together?
26 years, married for 18.
Matt, how long y'all been together?
10 years,
Right? How old are you, Matt, if you don't mind me asking?
35.
So 25, right?
Yeah.
Proto,
14,
right?
15,
How old are you, sir?
40.
So Solid,
Been together 9 years.
right? How old are you?
38. Well, I'm 39.
You see what y'all see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I mean, I think when me, Ebo, and Matt answered, because I think we was the ones that was saying like our wives is like our best friends and stuff. I think when we answered, like you said, we was answering from the position of hindsight.
Right. So hindsight is always correct, right? You got 40, you got 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when we talking about y'all, do y'all hear what the fuck I'm saying?
Did you hear what I said?
How can this be when you watch successful marriages, right? The ones people say don't exist. And these people get together at a certain time frame in their life of growing, right? They're coming from here to there. How can anybody say, I want you set up? Isn't it true? And everybody use this stat that the more expensive the wedding, the shorter the marriage is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So can y'all help this make sense to me? Why we have a standard on a young man or a woman of having all they shit together when they first get together?
Man, I'm gonna tell you who messes it up. I know a lot of dudes probably got daughters. It's these dads that got daughters.
Nah.
They want you to come into an already perfect situation, or they telling me like a dude like me when I was coming in, fall back, man. That's how a lot of dads be on. You can say I'm lying, but let somebody come to you as an average, not really doing a whole lot, probably can't really take care of her bills. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be looking at her like, is he like me? No. Then next thing you know, she gonna now her new standard is what your daddy said. And guess what? Nigga, your daddy ain't hitting. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times dads mess up the game. Because they don't understand that, hey, man, I'm raising somebody else's wife, not my wife. But, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
That's facts. If I can say this real quick, I just think that, I mean, that's facts, bro. I can't even argue with that. I just think as dads, especially if you're over 35, close to 40 and stuff, we know how we was, you know what I'm saying, when we was in our 20s, even if we was kind of established or on the right path or whatnot, we know how we was. We was young bucks, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we come with that angst, like, man, nah, man, you ain't doing my daughter, you know, like I was doing these chicks out here.
That's all I'm saying, because I'm going to be honest with you. When I met my father-in-law, I ain't like him. I was like, dude, I came to him respectful as I could. Hey, man, I'm a little older than your daughter. I'm 25. She was 22. I like, hey, man, on some real stuff. I ain't playing no games. I'm on some real stuff with her. That's how I came with him. He looked me up and down, kind of kept walking, basically dismissed me. Now think about that. I'm trying to come to you like, hey, I know what it's like out here. I ain't treating your daughter like these other niggas would. But nigga looked me straight up and down and basically kept moving, kept it moving. So I'm like, dang, I'm trying to do right by your daughter, and you just disrespect her. Now, if I ain't love this world so much, I could have dogged her because of what her daddy did. But I ain't moved like that because I loved her. But this is what I'm saying. Daddy sometimes mess it up. They don't even know what they doing.
Proto, what you got, man? You look like you in thought.
I'm like, this man just blame girls with dads.
Not all, man. Come on, man. We talking, man. Not all. I said a lot of times.
No, I'm not.
Come on, Prototype. You know we be making it rough.
No, not really, man. Like,
Right,
I mean, I just girls with dads. I don't see as necessarily a problem. I will say, you're not completely wrong. The girls with that come from a full family or whatever, the nuclear family, they do have some different standards. I see them being a little bit more selfish, in how they move. They don't necessarily understand helping people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's opposed from people who come from like the single parent homes. I find them women to be a lot more like inviting to helping other people and not be selfish in life. You know what I mean? But I married a woman who came from a nuclear family, so I mean that's what I ended up with. So it's I mean I understand the challenge there, but
a dude gotta be willing to fight through that though, man. Be realistic, because more than likely, if you get it popping, like you a successful man, probably more than likely. Sound like you got a daughter too. You gonna give that boy a hard time. I don't care what you say. You gonna give him a hard time.
No. It's really not no dad has ever given me a hard time. You know what I'm saying?
I said you probably gonna give that boy a hard time.
Not for what? The point is to get her out. Like that's the goal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no reason to get no little kid or a young fella a hard time. You know what I'm saying? As long as they know, like, hey, when you gotta respect me. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming over there, you know what I mean? Put some paws on you if you hurt this one. But that's about as far as it goes, you know what I mean? And even with my wife's dad, like, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm not, I mean, they're happy with how I've treated her. So it's not a problem. But I mean, dads really don't. I'm not blaming dads for trying to protect their daughters or whatever. Like moms and dads always love me. So that's just not my anecdotal experience. Like, I know what people might be saying, and I've heard guys, we on YouTube, in these YouTube streets, say like, "Oh, these dads is doing this and these dads is doing that." But I mean, more than likely, I'm probably better than their daddy. So,
well, I just say I'm gonna put a number on it. 35% of the dads. I ain't gonna say it like a majority. I say 35% of the dads be on that.
I'm gonna jump in and land in the middle of both of y'all, because I absolutely hear what everybody is saying, and I'm actually going through this right now. I got a daughter; she's 24 years old. I don't know if you guys' daughters is up there. I know, Rick, you got your kids are up there, but my kids are kind of up there. I got a son that's 30, and a daughter that's 24. So most of the people on these panels yelling and screaming at us, my kids are their age. So she got a boyfriend now. Just became official after he met us on Saturday and she met his parents on Sunday. And that's something that I mentioned to my wife. How many kids are meeting the parents and then getting together after? Most of these kids, you meet the parents, now we breaking up because goddamn, this is what you come from. But anyway, sitting down with this young man, and this is what I said on my show the other day, like, out of all the conversations that we have here, all of the kudos and the likes and the subscribes, the biggest compliment I got is when that young man sat down on my couch and said, "The daughter that you are raising is an amazing woman. She is considerate. She is mature. She is articulate," and yada, 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 all of the rest of the stuff. But, how much of that stuff does he want to just, get with my daughter? But at the same time, I don't know too many people that's raising these mature individuals. We see what's out here in the street. We can try to sugarcoat it and save everybody from being blamed if we want to. But if we look outside in our urban communities, it's not a talking point, because Rilla's in Chicago, I live in Baltimore, but I'm always in New York and everywhere in between Canada and Florida. And this is not talking points. People act the way we are describing, and we come from different corners of the world, and we all describe similar situations. So for us to come together and call it talking points is just crazy to me. But anyway, sitting down with this young man showed me that that's the goal for us, is to raise realistic individuals like what Matt is saying. We cannot Disney princess our daughters, tell them they deserve the best of everything, and think that they're going to go outside of our threshold and that's actually going to apply to them. We can tell them that they're special to us, but when they go outside, they are just like everybody else. And that's when we start to be a little realistic. But I do see dads that princess their daughters, give them everything that they want, fulfill every whim, and they think that society is supposed to give them the opportunity to play victim. Let somebody hear me out. You guys wouldn't believe how many people call and say, just let me speak to somebody. Like, what are you going to tell them that you didn't tell me? The answer is still going to be no. But we live in a society where we coddle and we give everybody the opportunity to make excuses. And this is where we are. So when we raise our kids to be realistic, to understand that if they want to be somebody's wife, we have to raise you to be a wife. If you want to be a worker, then we're going to raise you and govern ourselves accordingly. But we have to sit down, have communication, be honest with our families in order to understand what they want to get them to their goal. Sorry for being so long-winded, fellas.
That's good shit. Gorilla.
Yeah, man. Peace to the brothers, man. This is a powerful bill, right? Like Matt, I hear you. I don't know. I don't know who I was listening to not too long ago, but they were talking about how dads Disney princess their daughters, and man, I had to go back to number one with my youngest. I have to adjust my approach with her, right? But my other daughter, I had to go back and straighten some things out, right? Because I realized that I was one of them dads that was saying, yeah, and yeah, if the little nigga ain't as good as me, he ain't woo, woo, woo. Well, how can I expect the young man her age to be able to put out the amount of productivity and efficiency that I do at my age, right? As opposed to what typically happens, the women that I've dealt with, including my wife, um, would say, you know, like, you remind me of my dad. One of the reasons why I like you, or one of the reasons why I got with you, or whatever, is because you remind me of my dad, right? And it shouldn't be me impressing on my daughter to make sure she finds somebody. Just be the example, right? So I definitely resonate with that just a little bit. I think as fathers, we're very protective of our girls, and a lot of times it's because we trying to shield them from the type of man that we were at their age. So that's where the overcorrection comes in. But there's the balance there, right? So he said, man, that I think that is the goal. That's what we strive for with any of our seeds, for them to be productive citizens and contributing in society. But I'm sorry, Slick Rick. I just wanted to comment on what they were saying. What was this question at hand, or the subject at hand?
No, sir. That was good enough. Ebo.
Okay, I'm on mute.
What do you think of all this right now, sir?
Well, I got 3 daughters. 1 9, 1 17, 1 28. I got 3 grandchildren. And she's been married for 3 years. So she's been popping them out every year. And last month, she gave me a call and was questioning being married to her husband. And the reasons were petty as fuck, you know, but, you know, who am I to say, you know, we've lived our lives. So as adults and having experience, we think some of the stuff they think are nuclear could be petty. So, and I got a phone call from her husband, and he called me up telling me about the blow up, and, you know, and to add note to this, when they got married, he did ask for me to bless him with her, and I said, cool, he got his shit together to a degree, but all I told him was, I don't care what you do, you can call all kinds of bitches and motherfuckers, I don't care. Those are words. Just don't ever put your hands on, because that ain't no man. And I like to pass my daughter off to a man. you know. So he ain't did that, but you know, when they go through problems, I try to tell them, hey, look, man, I really don't want to hear it. Just work on it, read a little bit, study. I don't know what you got to do with it. And unless you can't figure it out, I'll be more than happy to give you some wisdom if I can. But I've never princessed any of my daughters. They've all been pretty much tomboys, to be honest with you. Especially my youngest. She's, man, yeah. But no, I do not agree with the whole princess get up. You know, you're gonna make them entitled and spoiling them and everything. You know, I believe in the reward system when it comes to those kind of things, man. And to the brother that said, you know, you can pretty much control women. I understand what he means by having these experiences with these girls, man. I've grown to understand that you can get what you need from a woman if you just use the proper tact, you know, and tonality. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. At least speaking from my experiences, is I found that the type of words I use and the way I project them yields me the results or lack thereof, you know, when I'm trying to get my point across or get what I need from them or get understanding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that's all I can pretty much contribute because I gotta actually get off of here. I'm dealing with these Asians, man, trying to get this load, and they bullshitting, man. I'm getting kind of mad, but brothers, man,
Get your
hey,
ass
look,
to work.
yeah, man, yeah, man. And
Hey,
y'all be,
make sure,
it's been wonderful chopping it up with y'all, man. And
hey,
God bless all of you. And I bid you farewell and may success follow you wherever you go.
all right, man.
Salute,
You too,
Hey,
Ebo.
I'm gonna hit you
Drop
up, big
safe.
dog.
Salute,
Hey,
salute.
bro.
Yeah, salute, Ebo.
Get your ass out of here, man. It's like, all right, man. So to address this. Oh, so solid. Did you get to touch on this real quick?
I don't think so, but I might have said something a little here and there.
Oh, okay. You want to touch on it or you good?
I mean, shoot, I say a little something real quick. I got two daughters, and one's gonna be 18 this year. It's my situation is kind of different. I was in a lot of fear of my daughter running up on us and stuff like that.
Why you whispering? Why you whispering?
Huh?
Nigga? Why you whispering, nigga?
Because I'm at work. but like basically, she about 2 years ago, maybe 3, she informed me that she liked girls. So when she told me that, it was a mix of emotions, you know, because I'm like, damn. I mean, I was really hoping for a grandson or a grandkid from her in a few years or something. But at the same time, I was really, really pleased that she wouldn't be messing around with these 2024 names. So my 12-year-old, she so far like boys, and I'm just now starting to talk to her, you know, about dudes and all that stuff. But what's funny is that about this subject you got today. I was really going. I wasn't going to do the normal talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, boys, this, birds and bees and everything. I wanted to talk to her about how she been observing me and her mother. You know what I'm saying? About she's been here the whole time when we were struggling, and we've gotten better and better and better. Her life's changed and all that stuff. And I wanted to see if she was observing upon those facts, and if she had been paying attention to our relationship and anything like that. Pick her brain along that point along that point when it comes to dealing with a dude. Like if you want to deal with a dude, make sure you can respect him, you know what I'm saying, and that you can follow his lead before you do all that. But she 12, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to ease in there with the conversations like that, but that's all I wanted to say when it comes to talking to our daughters.
I got you. I got you.
I would definitely say set the expectation for your 12-year-old daughter on what she should be expecting and what's the line of disrespect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Between, in that age, you've been a 12-year-old boy before. You had a crush on a girl at 12, and the girls you respected and the girls you didn't and did and didn't do. So setting those boundaries in that conversation, I think, would be ideal. So she can navigate her way through the 12-year-old pre-dating thing or whatever, you got going on.
I agree with
Gotcha.
that.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
agree.
Let me read these super chats real quick, and we're gonna get back into it for a couple of minutes. You know, y'all know I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Y'all got shit to do. Kasim, what's good with you? Said question for Black people. Oftentimes you're expected to be ride or die for our partners, but do you think there's also bits of low self-esteem at play? It could be. What you guys think? Do you think that because when it's down, when you going through it with your spouse, whether with financial issues or, you know, getting to know each other or just being together, do you think it's a lack of self-esteem?
Oh, okay. I think I get what he's saying. Yeah, like you down, feel bad about yourself because you're not where you want to be. That's what you saying.
No, he just
Well,
saying, I mean, self-esteem is self-esteem is exactly that, right? You feel a certain
on the woman's part or the man's part?
on both. On both.
Oh, like
Mhm.
basically you think
Yeah.
low of yourself, like
Yeah.
outside
I
of what you
mean,
producing.
when I see the question, it speaks to enabling behavior, and like he said, some people want to ride or die, but you know, sometimes they just want someone that's going to enable their poor behavior, that's going to make excuses for their poor behavior, that's going to champion their poor behavior. And they'll couple with that person because when she goes crazy in the store and throws things on the ground, he's either going to, you know, stand behind her quietly or champion her to continue. Yeah, girl, like, let's continue to trash this place. Like, this is, you know, like, Prototype said they can be led, and what I think he was alluding to is, you know, which side of the force you use, whether you use the dark or the light side. You can inspire, just like women inspire. We as men, we inspire as well. You know what I mean? We act like these things are delegated to one side of the relationship, but they're not. She inspires me, I inspire her, we motivate each other. Like, we do both of these things. That's what makes the relationship reciprocal. But you know, I won't champion her poor behavior and call it ride or die, or because I'm down for my boo, then I'm gonna let her disrespect a man or yell and scream at him in the store and not correct her and not have any words for her and an apology for him. So it's kind of the way we behave in our relationships, and that ride or die can kind of be used as an excuse. That's what I got from it.
Good. I agree with that.
I wanted to just say real quick. I don't think it's the low self-esteem as much as I feel like when it comes to ride or dying for our culture, our culture just breeds a lot of lack of trust. Saying I don't think it's so much the whole low self-esteem stuff. I just think our culture breeds a lot of lack of trust within each other, and that's why we're so slow to ride or die for each other, struggle with each other.
You know, there's I don't know if y'all know the Bible at all, but David in the Bible. A lot of people champion him for everything he did, but I do not like David for one reason and one reason only, is because just because he wanted one of his soldiers woman, he sent him to the front of the line to be slaughtered, right? And that's a part of having power and using it for the wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect a guy who manipulates somebody's loyalty to you. So there's nothing wrong with being ride or die. That's not the problem. The problem is being ride or die for somebody who doesn't understand how to use that power correctly. You know what I'm saying? That's the only problem. You know what I mean? But ride or die, it has nothing to do with low self-esteem. That's how you're supposed to be. Never feel ashamed for being what you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? There's no pity in that. There's no dishonor in that. But
Yeah,
it's being connected to somebody who is ill in the mind.
right. I think that's the only part that basically Mr. He said didn't hit on. You know what I'm saying? Is that ride or die? Like, me personally, like I'm very observant. At least I think I am. You know what I mean? So if I don't see it coming back that way, you know what I'm saying? There's no riding or dying. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I this is a lesson I had to learn the hard way, right? It's all about reciprocity. You know what I mean? I'll ride till the wheels fall off if I know I gotta know you're gonna do the same though. Right? I don't believe in hope anymore. Hope is useless. Hope is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? People show you who they are. They really do. Right? Either with this or their actions. Right? So when I say I'm a ride or die for mine, that's because I know it's the same and it's not on no toxic shit. I understand what he's saying. Some people do it just because they're not in a place as far as self-esteem of where they need to be as a man or woman. That shit don't play with me. I don't care, to be honest with you. We all got our quirks. You know what I mean? We all got things that we tell ourselves that we don't tell nobody else. So it's just about being with people that are willing to move the way you move and do for you what you're willing to do for them. Otherwise, it's a waste of your fucking time. I'll tell anybody that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Tio, $9 again. I appreciate you, big dog. Thanks, man. Tio again. He said, yep, fathers producing the same problem in their daughters that they see or even dealing with in women of today. I wanted to touch back on the daughter thing, right? There's nothing you can do, man. You could raise your daughter. You could raise your daughter again, give her the foundation. There's nothing you can do when a woman likes a man. Ain't shit you can do. If she liked that man or love, she will tell you fuck you to your face. If you're going against it. Right? All you can do is give your children a blueprint. That's all you can do. That's all you can do is give them the foundation. Right? Case in point. I ain't gonna say case in point because it's not really that. My wife's dad did not like me. I gave 2 fucks. Right? Because that's my woman. Right? She lay down with me. Right? And I'll tell you, when I first met her dad, he said to me, cold-blooded, you ain't gonna be around. That's what he told me. Me and my wife talked about this about a month ago because now he loved my stinking drawers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 20-something years later, we still rocking. Right? And like I said, what I'm saying is this, right? Once you release your daughter, once you hand her over, you ain't got shit to say. I know y'all hate that as men. Right? But once you hand your daughter over, you ain't got shit to say. My daughters don't call me unless it's time for some furniture to move. Right? Because if I come through, it's because it's time for that man to go. That's it. That's all. Right? So I think I do agree. I do agree 100%, right? That a lot of these relationships, especially with a father that's well-to-do, when they're overprotective of their daughters. Like I told y'all before on a live, when you have those type of situations, the only things that's missing, it sound weird, it sound fucked up, but the only thing missing from that relationship between either a mother or son, a father and daughter is sex. Right? When you set an expectation for your child, that's what's going on in a lot of these things that's going on today, guys. Right? The parents have set such a high expectation for their children to get everything right now. There's no wait. Everything's microwavable, right? So what happens is that when they get out into the world and they see it doesn't work like that, right? It's a culture shock. And what do people do when they first go through culture shock? The first thing you do is what? Resist, right? That's the first thing you do is resist. And so what that means in a relationship, right, is that you leaving it.
Or coming up with reasons not to be in it, or coming up with reasons why they bad, or coming up with reasons why other people shouldn't be in it.
Right? They'll come back to your house and eat up all your cereal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's there. Right? They don't realize that you had to get up and go to work and put in hours or whatever you had to do to make your money, right? Because it's there for them already. And that's the nature of children. Listen to what I'm telling y'all.
Did you hear what I said?
That's how you know your adult child is still a child. Right? Let them go. Let your children go. Give them a baseline of morality and standards so they'll always have something to come back to, right? But once they out in the world, you got to let them go. I'm not saying don't help them, don't assist, right? We parents, y'all know what it is, right? But you got to let them learn what it really is, right? Just the simple fact that we as parents provide everything and give them a space to come to where they don't have to worry about the tangibles, right? Your child, when they come to your house, they ain't got to worry about no electricity, no cable, no Wi-Fi, no food, no barbecue. You want something to drink, the liquor's over there, right? It's a different dynamic that people have to learn, and a lot of people have problems letting go, right? That's all I got. It's 8 o'clock. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. Y'all got anything y'all want to cover before we smother this chicken?
Dang, I forgot to say quick.
I appreciate all y'all brothers, man. Always a pleasure coming through and building with the gods. Rick, it's always a pleasure, brother. Chicago Rilla, always a pleasure. Proto, you know how we do, man. It's always a pleasure chopping it up. And Matt, always a pleasure, fellas. I appreciate y'all. I take what y'all say near and dear. And I love the way you guys move, the way we conversate. We come together. We might not always agree, but we always get to the end of the conversation. So I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all check out Conscious Parenting, promoting conscious parenting here on YouTube. Mr. and Mrs. He and She Said. Custom merch. If you want to get any custom merch, make sure you hit them up. They do a little bit of everything, man. Check them out.
We struggling. Help us out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Buy with your own. I believe that, man. If I can get it from you, I'm gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate your time, bro. Whenever you need me, let me know. Okay. Matt, what you got, bro?
I'm gonna ask you a question, Rick. Was your goal achieved based on what you did the stream for?
Nah.
So let me. I'm curious. What did you want to achieve? Maybe I can answer something.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. We'll talk about it on the back end though. We'll recap with you. This your first time on the stream, Matt?
Yeah, I ain't never been on this before.
Oh, you Gucci. We're gonna do this again, bro. Keep me locked. I'm gonna keep you locked in. Don't worry about it. We'll kick it back. You know, because I got shit to do. Y'all got shit to do. Y'all time is valuable to me, right?
Kids tripping right now, so I got you.
All right, man. So you be easy, man. Proto.
Yeah, man. You can find me Prototype Kingdom Tuesdays, Mondays, and we kind of go hard over there. Instagram, any platform, man. You can find us Prototype Dad. Hey, Rick, man, I appreciate you inviting me on, bro.
Hey, man, you my brother from another mother, guy. Don't trip. You know
all day.
I appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out Prototype podcast here on YouTube, and he is on Instagram, man. I'm gonna get y'all links and put it in the description once I do the shit, so don't even worry about it, bro. I got you. Thanks so much for your time, man. Kiss the wife for me, man. Tell them kids what's up, man. Go ahead with them kids, bro. Gorilla, Poe Pillar, what's happening, bro?
Slick Rick the Ruler, man. I ain't here to promote maintaining my brother. Working hard and trying to hardly work, man.
I'm on that hardly work shit. You know what I'm saying? I see you been going live, man. I see you working over there, man. Let them know where they can find you, my boy.
Hold on. I'm walking through Target right now. My bad. I'm trying to find. You know, we put some stuff in the house, so I'm trying to find some stuff for the basement.
New house, bro.
Man, thank you, brother. I was talking to Marcus earlier, man, and I was saying how happy my wife is right now, man. Like, life is just really, really good. And what I'm excited about the most is the love this woman putting in this house, bro. It's just amazing to watch her turn this house into a home. Yep.
You give her a house, you provide that space, man. It's simple. It's simple mathematics, man. You just got to do math, bro. But yeah, man, congrats, man. Like I said, when I get down there, I got to get down there.
Man, already. Yeah, please do, bro. The yard is stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We got a closed in deck. You know what I'm saying? 3 levels and a sub basement and that. Yeah, man, you can stretch out, kick your feet up, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
nice.
come through, man. Y'all making me miss home, bro. But
Oh man, already.
yeah, man, get on out of here, bro. Enjoy your night. Tell the wife I said what's up, man.
Already. Hey, one time for the people, real quick, man. Hey, send them super chats in for Slick Rick. Sending them cash apps. Hit the like button and share the video, man. Make sure you subscribe. Hit all the bell notifications so when Slick Rick go live or when he posts another video, y'all will know in advance, man. With that, I'm out. Holla at your boy.
Peace, bro. Appreciate you. Love you, man. All right, man. That's all we got. Shout out to y'all. Y'all made it through another one. It didn't go the way I wanted to go, but we still got there. I appreciate y'all, man. Again, man, like struggling and working is part of the game, y'all. That's all I'm saying, right? We need to have real expectations. Now, I understand that nobody wants to break their back all their life. I understand that, right? All right, I understand that. But you here to work too, right? Understand that if it was supposed to be, we here to experience certain things, right? And no matter what you see on the outside, your life is yours, right? It's yours. This time you hearing, you walking, you listen to me, and you breathing, right? This is your experience. Be responsible for it. You know what I mean? Understand it's gonna come with some things. Right? If it was all great, it wouldn't be great no more. Right? T.O. Let me read these super chats one more time because I always like to acknowledge everybody that gave to the channel. T.O., another fireball. He said, love can protect your daughter, but overfeeding their mind with that their princess and the best in the world is where it starts. Agreed, sir. T.O. again, yep, fathers producing the same problems in their daughters and they see or even dealing with in women of today. Facts. Men, we need to start taking responsibility, a lot of responsibility for where we're at, right? I blame women what they need to be blamed for, but men, we got jobs to do too, right? And the only way you can hold another man to a standard is if you got one. Okay. T.O. with the 10 ball. I appreciate you, bro. Kasim with the question. I think I read that off. So just giving shots out to Kasim, always coming through. Big Ant, what up, Rick? Struggle by myself at first, build my foundation solid before I bring you in. Understood. You know what I'm saying? And Romello, he said you have to test your relationship emotionally, financially, and have foresight. This is a team sport. It is a team effort, sir. My sis in the building, the best moderator on YouTube. I appreciate you, sis. You know what it is. My boy, so solid. Ilk Ali. Peace, God. You know what I'm saying? With the stats, I appreciate you. Another 10 ball. I appreciate you, man. Support for the God body, Uncle Rick. Shout out to you. Uncle, I thought on time, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know what it is, man. So again, shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. BMU, appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'll take you like $2, man. It all helps, man. It all helps the channel grow, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And with that being said, y'all know what it is, man. Take care of yourself first. Without you, none of this would exist. If your eyes wasn't here to see it, it would not happen. Right? After you do that, take care of your family, because who's going to feed you your Jello when you get older? You will get old. You just don't know it yet. Right? And I like Jello. Green, please. And when y'all do that, I guarantee y'all everything else will take care of itself. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all time. Love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Love who love y'all. And we are gone.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic. One comes around one today. They don't see things the same. Two walk like two out the door. Then you have magic.